Hey YouTube, Velociraptor for you here again, and welcome again to Jurassic Collectibles channel. So continuing on with my little set of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom toy reviews, today I'm going to be taking a look at this. This is the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Super Posable Indoraptor from Mattel. This is the new genetically modified hybrid dinosaur that serves as the new big bad dino antagonist in this newest Jurassic installment, the son of the Indominus Rex, if you will. And right away, looking at this, I have to, in my opinion, commend Mattel for not only capturing the sleekness of this beast, but especially its scare factor. So, without further ado, let's take a closer look at this guy in his box. So to start, first, here we have the Indoraptor looking pretty terrifying in this nice pose, with this nice dark blue rain-soaked forest backdrop in the back. Over here in the upper left we have the cracked Jurassic World logo, and also this cage motif that is not only on the left but also the right side. And over here we have Super Posable, and in different languages. And down in the bottom left corner here we have Owen Grady, played by Chris Pratt, and his trusty Velociraptor friend Blue, roaring proudly. And it says here this package is for ages 3+. That's me! And here we have the name of the figure, the Indoraptor. So, on the bottom, we have a diagram that shows that there is some assembly required. The tail does require some assembly, and it shows you how to fit the tail in right there. And in addition to all this other useless or useful information, here we have the Universal logo, the Mattel logo, barcode, in case you want to look this up on a line. Here on this side, again, we have that nice cage motif, and in the background, the stormy, rain-soaked forest motif. Here we have the Jurassic World logo again. On the back, first thing, on the very top, we have a little bit of information about the Jurassic World Facts app, which this figure does come with, which I will show you all in a bit. Here we have the Jurassic World logo again, and this is the main draw of the back of the figure. It shows the Indoraptor posed in all of his glory. Here we have movie-authentic Poseability, and this just shows you at least one of the poses that you could pose him in. Here we have pictures of two other figure sets in this line. We have Claire Dearing with the gyrosphere and Owen Grady with Blue. And on this side, we just have again that cage motif and the rain-soaked stormy forest in the background, the Jurassic World logo, nothing down at the bottom, all the way back to the front of the package. Alright, that was a look at the Indoraptor in his box, and now let's get a closer look at him out of his box. Alright, so here is the Indoraptor out of his box, and wow, seriously, wow, my hat's off to Mattel, really. I say let's not delay and get right to that closer look I talked about. So starting off with the head sculpt here, as you can see, we have a head sculpt that comes pretty darn close to how the head of this creature looks in the film. It may not be 100% exact, but it does come pretty darn close. We have this nicely painted red eye right here with even little splotches of red behind it. The jaw is articulated. Kind of open it up right here. Nice articulated jaw with nicely sculpted white but blunted teeth. The teeth are blunted so that kids playing with this don't accidentally hurt themselves. As you can see, inside the mouth we have a nicely sculpted pink tongue. Even the roof of the mouth has been sculpted, left unpainted. Still, it's a minor thing to overlook. If I turn his head around, nice view from the front with nicely sculpted nostrils. Turn this head around, and right away what I'm showing you is the degree of posability in this figure, and it's all thanks to different parts of the figure all resting on these ball joints. As we travel down the neck, as you can see on the back, we have these little proto-feather quills that are made of a softer, rubberier plastic material. Most of the rest of the figure is made of a hard plastic. And also, if you look, the paint job on this figure is accentuated by this really nice coat of gloss. It really helps make this figure look real sleek. And the creature in the movie is a pretty sleek beast. So I like that Mattel paid attention to that detail when producing this figure. As I said, traveling down the neck, as you see, we have the beginning of this nicely painted gold stripe that runs down horizontally on the creature's sides. Traveling down to the torso here, we have a beautifully sculpted torso with veining right here, nicely sculpted individual scales, even up here on the back with these nicely sculpted plate-like structures. And right here on the hip part, more of these proto-feather quills. As I bring up his arms, have nicely sculpted arms with nicely defined musculature and some more of these proto-feather quills. I bring in the hand. The hand is sculpted of that softer plastic, but it is nicely sculpted. As you can see, nice detail in the hand, and nice claws. Claws are blunted so that kids don't accidentally hurt themselves. And as you can see, with the arm resting on more of these ball joints, have an amazing degree of posability in the hand alone. And if I bring in the other hand here, again we have that same level of detail of sculpting in the arm and in the hand and the fingers and claws. So, traveling down the creature's tail, we have that stripe continuing and more of that truly beautiful sculpting and the scaling going on. I mean, just look at that. And my hat's off to Mattel for really taking the time to sculpt each and every individual scale. And continuing down this long, sleek tail, here is the tip, ending in this nice little downward curving flick. Now, this part of the tail right here that my finger is resting on, this is the part that when you buy the figure, it comes disassembled and you have to assemble the tail, and it's pretty easy to just slot it in. So if I turn the figure around, traveling back down the beautiful tail, all the way. Now let's take a look at the legs. Here we have a really nicely sculpted and defined thigh, nicely defined musculature, traveling down the leg. More of that going on, really beautiful detail. That gloss coat really brings it out. All the way down to the foot, have a beautifully sculpted foot here. beautifully sculpted detail in the toes and in the claws, and in that trademark sickle-shaped raptorial claw. Now, this foot right here has that little QR code for the Jurassic Facts app, so I'm just gonna hold it right here, or if you want, you could pause the video right now if you have the app and you want to scan it. Now, turn the leg around. They even took the time to sculpt in the dew claw, left unpainted, but still looks pretty nice. And traveling back up the leg. Now if I bring in the other leg, as you can see, from the thigh to the calf to the ankle to the foot, again we have that same level of beautiful detail in this foot. And this foot right here has the Jurassic World logo. So now, if I bring in the torso, from this side, again, we have that nice, beautiful sculpting and veining right here in the torso, traveling all the way back to that beautiful, beautiful head sculpt. Now, what's really nice about the posability that Mattel gave this figure is that it allows you to really get creative with how you want to pose and play with him. For example, you could pose him like this, or like this. This jaw open right here, that nice attack pose, or you could pose him in a quadrupedal stance like this, like how he does so in the film. Or if you want to get really creative in a silly way, you could pose him let's say like this. And here he is, he's just chillin', lying on a beach, thinking about something. So, how big is this bad boy? I have my handy dandy tape measure here. So let's see, in terms of length, you are looking at about 16 inches, just around 16 inches in length. And in terms of the height, from to his foot to the top of his neck right there, you're looking at around 7.5 inches. Alright, it's size comparison time. Now, unfortunately, I don't have Jurassic Collectibles' good friend Off-Color Alan with me, but I do have this. This is the Jurassic World Chomping Indominus Rex figure from Hasbro. This has been reviewed on his channel, link to that is in the description below. As you can see, he dwarfs the Indoraptor, and yeah, they do scale up pretty well, even though the Indominus Rex is the bigger hybrid. And what's nice about this figure, even though it is one of the lackluster Hasbro figures, is you pull down on his arm, and he does that. Next up, let's compare the Indoraptor with this. Sorry about that. This is the smaller scale Indominus Rex figure from Hasbro's Jurassic World line. It comes with the Indominus Rex vs. Gyrosphere battle set, and with that dino damage wound right there. And as you can see, next to the Indoraptor, he does scale up pretty well. This could almost be like maybe a juvenile Indominus Rex meeting with the new genetically modified brother of hers. Next up, let's bring in something smaller. So here's the Indoraptor with this. That is the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Attack Pack Gallimimus from Mattel. The review for that figure is in the description, link is down below. So, as you can see, the Gallimimus, when scaled up next to the Indoraptor, is pretty small. Looks like he could make a pretty decent snack for the hybrid behind him. Next, let's bring in this. This is the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Roarivores Triceratops from Mattel. The review for that is in the description below. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. As you can see, he does scale up pretty well next to the Indoraptor, at a size in which he could make for a bit more than a formidable opponent for the hybrid. What's nice about this is there's a little button right here, you press it, and if I can find it, there it is. And yeah, take that, Indoraptor. Take that, take that, take that. And lastly, let's bring in this. This is the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Attack Pack Stegosaurus from Mattel. This too has already been reviewed on the channel, link is in the description below. As you can see, this huge herbivore scales up pretty nicely next to the Indoraptor, almost as far as the height goes. When the Indoraptor's in that quadrupedal pose, you can see that the Stegosaurus almost dwarfs him thanks to the bony plates on his back. What's nice about this figure, you look at this plate that you press down right here and he swings his tail. So this way, when you have both of these figures, you can really come up with some nice combat situations. Like, there you go. Take that. So there you have it, folks. This was today's look at the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Super Posable Indoraptor from Mattel. With its 99.9% movie-accurate sculpt and paint job, along with the range of possibilities afforded to you thanks to its posability, I personally say this is a must-have for any Jurassic fan. So, will you be picking this figure up? Do you own it already? What are your thoughts on the Indoraptor itself and the role it plays in the Fallen Kingdom film? By all means, leave your thoughts down below in the comments, and in the meantime, rate and subscribe to Jurassic Collectibles as well as my channel, and we will see you in our next respective videos. Take care, everyone.